Welcome to HD Rare Coins 111, the place where history meets treasure. Here, every coin tells a story, from the oldest United States classics that shaped our past to the newest rare discoveries that amaze collectors today. If you love the thrill of uncovering hidden value, exploring the beauty of design, and learning the secrets behind coins worth fortunes, then you're in the right place. Join us as we dive deep into the world of rare U.S. coins, both old and new, and reveal the fascinating details that make them priceless. Top 1. The year 2009 marked a very special chapter in the story of the United States 1 cent coin, the Lincoln penny. It was not just another year of minting, it was a celebration of 100 years since Abraham Lincoln first appeared on the penny in 1909. This made the 2009 Lincoln penny one of the most fascinating coins ever released in U.S. history. Collectors across America were filled with excitement because this year brought something truly unique: 4 different reverse designs, each telling a part of Lincoln's incredible life journey. These designs reflected his humble beginnings, his education, his political career, and his time as president. It was more than just a coin, it was a miniature timeline of a great man's life. The first design was called the Birth and Early Childhood in Kentucky. It showed a small log cabin, representing Lincoln's birthplace in Hardin County, Kentucky. This design reminded Americans of how greatness can rise from humble beginnings. The second design, known as Formative Years in Indiana, displayed a young Lincoln reading a book while taking a break from his work as a rail splitter. This coin became a symbol of learning, hard work, and ambition. Then came the Professional Life in Illinois design, showing Lincoln standing proudly in front of the Illinois state capitol. It was a tribute to his career as a lawyer and legislator before his presidency. Finally, the Presidency in Washington, D.C. design showed the unfinished U.S. Capitol dome, symbolizing a nation still growing under Lincoln's leadership. It captured the spirit of unity and progress that defined his presidency. Each of these designs carried deep meaning, and collectors couldn't resist owning all 4. Together, they told a story that no other coin series had ever captured so beautifully. What made the 2009 Lincoln penny even more exciting was that it came in both copper and zinc compositions. The copper versions were made for collectors, while the zinc versions circulated widely among the public. Mint marks played their own part in this story. Pennies were struck at 3 major locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S for the proof versions. The San Francisco proof pennies stood out for their mirror-like finish and precise details. These were specially struck for collectors, adding a touch of elegance to Lincoln's anniversary celebration. Among all these variations, a few rare errors made some 2009 pennies incredibly valuable. Some coins were double-struck, others had die cracks, and a few even showed off-center images, each making them a treasure for numismatists. Collectors soon began searching their pockets and rolls, hoping to find one of these rare 2009-era pennies. Stories spread quickly about people discovering valuable pieces in everyday change. Because of these exciting variations, the 2009 Lincoln penny became one of the most discussed coins of modern times. Even today, collectors still hunt for perfect condition examples or rare mint errors. The 2009 pennies also hold historical weight. They mark the transition to the shield reverse design introduced in 2010. This made them the final chapter of the Lincoln Memorial era. Each of the 4 2009 designs connects directly to a piece of American history, making the coin not just currency but a keepsake of national pride. Imagine holding one in your hand. It's like holding a piece of Lincoln's journey from a simple log cabin to the White House. That's the magic that this coin captures. The Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of these coins, but not every one was flawless. The highest value examples are those in mint state condition with sharp details and vibrant luster. Some of these pristine coins were carefully preserved by collectors right from the day of issue. Over time, their value grew as they became harder to find in untouched condition. One of the most desirable varieties is the 2009 Lincoln penny with sharp details, full strike, and no wear. A coin that shines as if it just left the mint. Auction houses and collectors' markets often feature these coins, and bidding wars can erupt for the most perfect examples. That's the true charm of modern numismatics. history meeting passion. Even more interesting are those 2009 pennies that exhibit striking minting errors, like doubled dies or off-center strikes. These are the coins that can fetch thousands in the right collector's hands. For coin enthusiasts, the 2009 Lincoln penny represents more than money. It's a tribute to determination, education, leadership, and legacy. And for those who appreciate beauty and rarity, the 2009 penny remains a shining reminder that history can live on through something as small as a cent. Whether you find one in your collection or discover it tucked away in an old drawer, take a closer look. It might be one of the rare treasures from that remarkable year. Collectors continue to cherish these coins not only for their rarity but for the story they tell. The American story of Abraham Lincoln. It's a coin that has touched millions of hands, but only a few hearts have truly understood its depth and significance. So next time you come across a 2009 Lincoln penny, remember, it's more than just a cent. It's a century of history minted in copper and zinc. And now, let's talk about value, because some of these 2009 Lincoln 1 cent pennies, especially the rare ones in exceptional condition or with unique minting errors, have amazed collectors by reaching the price of $73,000. If you have a 2009 Lincoln penny in your collection, share it with us in the comments. We'd love to help you discover its story and potential value. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts, and like this video to support more exciting coin stories like this one. Top 2. In 2009, the United States Mint celebrated a century of one of the most iconic coins in American history, the Lincoln 1 cent penny. But this wasn't an ordinary year for the humble penny. It was a milestone, marking 100 years since Abraham Lincoln first appeared on the coin in 1909. That alone made the 2009 Lincoln penny a treasure for collectors and history lovers alike. This penny became more than just currency. It became a living piece of American heritage. To honor Lincoln's 200th birthday and the centennial of the penny, the U.S. Mint released 4 different designs that told the story of his extraordinary life. Each coin revealed a chapter of his journey from his simple beginnings to becoming one of America's greatest presidents. The first design was called Birth and Early Childhood in Kentucky. It showed a modest log cabin, the place where Abraham Lincoln was born. It was a tribute to his humble roots, reminding everyone that greatness often starts small. The second design was Formative Years in Indiana. It depicted young Lincoln sitting on a log, reading a book while taking a break from his hard labor. This design captured the power of education and determination, 2 values that shaped his future. Next came Professional Life in Illinois. This coin showed Lincoln standing before the Illinois state capitol, representing his years as a lawyer and legislator. It celebrated his rise in politics and his commitment to justice and equality. The final design, Presidency in Washington, D.C., displayed the unfinished Capitol dome, symbolizing a nation still under construction during his presidency. It served as a reminder of the challenges he faced in uniting the country during the Civil War. Together, these 4 coins painted a beautiful picture of Lincoln's life, from a struggling farm boy to the president who preserved the Union. No other U.S. coin series had ever told such a powerful story before. Each coin carried not just history but meaning, a message about perseverance, learning, and leadership. That's what made the 2009 pennies instantly special to collectors. These coins were minted in 3 places: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia and Denver versions circulated widely, while the San Francisco Mint struck special proof versions for collectors, with stunning mirror-like finishes. Interestingly, 2009 pennies came in 2 metal types, the regular zinc composition and the special collector's copper versions. The copper ones were particularly desirable because they paid homage to the original 1909 pennies made from nearly pure copper. Not all 2009 pennies are the same, though. Some have tiny differences, minting errors, and die varieties that make them stand out. A few even show double dies or striking mistakes, and those can turn a regular penny into a small fortune. Collectors quickly noticed that high-quality, mint-state 2009 pennies were not easy to find. Even though millions were produced, very few have survived in perfect condition. Coins with sharp details, rich color, and full luster are the ones that make collectors' hearts race. These are the examples that often appear at auctions, where bidding can become intense. Some 2009 pennies also developed a cult following because of their symbolism. They represent Lincoln's journey and America's progress. Holding one feels like holding a piece of history itself. Over the years, coin experts and enthusiasts have scoured coin rolls, old jars, and change from stores hoping to find rare examples of the 2009 penny. And occasionally, someone strikes gold, figuratively, of course, by discovering an extraordinary piece. Imagine finding a shiny, untouched 2009 Lincoln penny with no scratches or wear, perfectly struck with rich color. That's the kind of coin that makes collectors dream big. These coins remind us that even the smallest denomination can hold incredible stories of history, craftsmanship, and the enduring spirit of a nation. The beauty of the 2009 Lincoln penny lies in how it captures both the past and the present. It connects generations, those who remember the original 1909 coin and those discovering its legacy today. For many collectors, owning all 4 2009 designs is a must. Together, they form a complete timeline of Lincoln's life, each coin like a chapter in a timeless book. Even in circulation, these coins stand out. Their designs are rich, their meaning deep, and their legacy everlasting. It's rare for a modern coin to carry so much emotional and historical weight. Some 2009 pennies, particularly those with minting errors or in pristine condition, have become highly sought after. Their values have skyrocketed in collector markets, surprising even the most experienced numismatists. And every year, as coin shows and auctions display these special pieces, new collectors fall in love with the 2009 Lincoln penny series. It's one of those coins that never loses its charm. For young collectors, it's a perfect coin to start with, simple, affordable, but full of meaning. For seasoned numismatists, it's a symbol of how design and history can merge beautifully. If you ever come across a 2009 Lincoln penny, take a closer look. Check its condition, its details, and its mint mark. You might be holding something far more valuable than a single cent. The right 2009 penny, with perfect preservation or an unusual minting error, can reach astonishing prices at auctions. It's proof that even the smallest coins can carry the biggest surprises. So always keep an eye on your change. Treasures can appear where you least expect them. The 2009 Lincoln penny proves that history often hides in plain sight. And now comes the part that truly excites collectors: the value. Some rare and exceptional 2009 Lincoln 1 cent pennies, especially those with pristine condition or rare minting varieties, have been valued as high as $74,000. If you have a 2009 Lincoln penny, share it in the comments below. Our channel would love to help you find out its story and possible value. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like this video to keep supporting more fascinating coin stories from American history. Top 3. The year 2009 was unlike any other for American coin collectors. It marked 100 years since Abraham Lincoln's portrait first appeared on the 1 cent coin, making the 2009 Lincoln penny one of the most meaningful issues in U.S. mint history. This tiny copper-colored coin carried a century of legacy, symbolizing progress, leadership, and American pride. To celebrate the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent, the United States Mint did something truly special. It released 4 different reverse designs, each one capturing a chapter of Abraham Lincoln's remarkable journey. Every design told a story, transforming the penny into a history lesson you could hold in your hand. The first design was called Birth and Early Childhood in Kentucky. It showed a simple log cabin, the kind where young Abraham Lincoln was born in 1809. This image reminded people that even great leaders can come from the humblest beginnings. The second design, Formative Years in Indiana, depicted a young Lincoln sitting on a log, reading a book, with his tools beside him. It represented his thirst for knowledge and his hard-working spirit, both of which defined his path to greatness. Next came Professional Life in Illinois, showing Lincoln standing in front of the Illinois state capitol. This design honored his years as a lawyer and state legislator, symbolizing the foundation of his political career and his rise as a respected leader. Finally, the Presidency in Washington, D.C. design featured the half-built Capitol dome, symbolizing a country still under construction, just as Lincoln guided the nation through its toughest times during the Civil War. Together, these 4 designs beautifully illustrated the journey of a man who changed the course of American history. No other coin has ever told such a complete story in such a small space. Collectors loved this idea instantly. The 2009 Lincoln pennies became more than coins. They became miniature storybooks of inspiration and perseverance. Each version was minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, with special proof versions coming from San Francisco. The proof coins, with their sharp mirror finish and flawless details, quickly became collector favorites. Adding even more excitement, the mint produced the coins in 2 compositions: the modern zinc-coated cents for circulation, and a nostalgic copper version for collectors, just like the 1909 original. But what really made these coins fascinating were the rare varieties and minting errors that appeared during production. Some coins had double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks, small mistakes that turned ordinary pennies into rare treasures. Collectors across the country began searching through rolls of pennies, hoping to find one of these valuable errors. Stories spread of lucky finds, fueling even more excitement among treasure hunters and coin enthusiasts. Because of their historical importance and multiple designs, the 2009 Lincoln pennies became an instant hit among both new and experienced collectors. Even today, these coins are admired not just for their design but for the story they tell: the rise of a man from poverty to presidency, and a century of American progress. The details on these coins are stunning when you see them up close. From the wood grain of the cabin to the bricks of the Capitol building, every element was carefully crafted to honor Lincoln's memory. High-quality examples of these coins, especially those in mint condition, have become extremely valuable over time. Coins that have never been circulated and remain in pristine state are the ones collectors dream of finding. Each of the 4 designs holds its own charm, but when you collect all 4, you hold a piece of American storytelling that can fit in the palm of your hand. Over the years, the 2009 Lincoln pennies have become a symbol of dedication and achievement, qualities Lincoln himself stood for. Many collectors see these coins as a bridge between the past and present, connecting the early 20th century, when Lincoln first appeared on the penny, to the modern world that still honors his legacy. Even casual coin collectors started keeping the 2009 pennies once they learned their meaning. Some were tucked away in jars and boxes, unknowingly holding hidden value. Auction houses and coin shows continued to feature the finest examples of these coins, often drawing impressive bids for rare varieties or flawless proof pieces. The 2009 penny stands as a reminder that even the smallest coin can hold big history. It's a coin that tells a story of growth, strength, and hope, the story of America itself. For those who study coins, the 2009 Lincoln Cent is a must-have piece, representing one of the most beautifully executed designs of the modern era. And for those lucky enough to find one in perfect condition or with a rare error, the rewards can be truly surprising. Every coin collector knows that sometimes the smallest discoveries can bring the greatest joy, and the 2009 Lincoln penny is living proof of that. It's amazing to think how a coin worth just 1 cent could end up being worth so much more because of its history, beauty, and rarity. If you have one of these 2009 Lincoln pennies, take a closer look, because some of them have amazed collectors by reaching extraordinary prices in the coin market. Yes, a few of these special Lincoln 1 cent pennies from 2009, especially those in exceptional condition or with rare minting errors, have been valued at an incredible $71,000. If you own a 2009 Lincoln penny, share it in the comments below. Our channel would love to help you learn more about your coin's story and potential value. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like this video to keep supporting more amazing coin stories and hidden treasures from history. Top 4. In 2009, the humble Lincoln 1 cent penny transformed into something far more than just a coin. It became a celebration of American history. That year marked 100 years since Abraham Lincoln first appeared on the U.S. penny in 1909, and to honor that milestone, the United States Mint released one of the most unique and meaningful coin series ever created. The 2009 Lincoln penny stood as a tribute not only to a great leader but to the journey of a nation that he helped shape. Every design on the coin carried a powerful message, and each one told a part of Lincoln's life story, from his early childhood to his presidency. For collectors and historians alike, 2009 was an unforgettable year. The Mint decided to issue 4 different reverse designs, each capturing a moment that defined Abraham Lincoln's incredible journey through life. The first of these designs was called Birth and Early Childhood in Kentucky. It featured a small log cabin, a symbol of Lincoln's simple beginnings and the values of hard work and determination that would shape his character. The second design, Formative Years in Indiana, showed young Lincoln seated on a log, reading a book with his tools nearby. This coin represented the future president's love for learning and his drive to rise above poverty through knowledge. Next came Professional Life in Illinois, showing Lincoln standing tall before the Illinois state capitol. It honored the years he spent building his reputation as a lawyer and politician, the years that prepared him for his greatest calling. The final design, Presidency in Washington, D.C., displayed the partially built Capitol dome. It symbolized a nation still growing and healing during Lincoln's leadership through the Civil War. Together, these 4 designs created one of the most inspiring coin series in U.S. history, a miniature biography of one of America's greatest heroes. Collectors quickly realized that this was no ordinary coin release. It was a once-in-a-century celebration, and everyone wanted to own a piece of it. The coins were struck in 3 mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, each producing its own version. The San Francisco proof coins, with their sharp details and mirror-like surfaces, became especially sought after by serious collectors. What made 2009 even more interesting was that the Mint decided to bring back the classic copper composition for the collector editions, while regular circulation coins were made from zinc. This nod to the original 1909 penny thrilled coin enthusiasts across the country. But not every 2009 Lincoln penny is the same. Some have small variations or minting errors that make them extremely rare. These include doubled dies, off-center strikes, and other unique imperfections that occurred during the minting process. Because of these errors and variations, collectors started searching every coin roll they could find. Many people even began checking their pocket change, hoping to discover a valuable piece hiding in plain sight. Although millions of these coins were produced, only a small number remain in pristine, untouched condition. Those are the coins that now command incredible prices in the collector market. Each design tells its own story, but all 4 share the same spirit, the story of an American who rose from poverty to greatness through honesty, hard work, and belief in freedom. For many collectors, the 2009 Lincoln penny is not just a coin, it's a symbol of determination, learning, and leadership. Values that continue to inspire people today. Even new coin collectors often start their journey with the 2009 penny. Because it's beautiful, meaningful, and relatively easy to find. But every now and then, someone discovers a truly exceptional one that's worth far more than a cent. High-grade versions of these coins, especially those preserved since 2009 without any scratches or wear, have become some of the most desirable modern U.S. coins. When you see a 2009 Lincoln penny under the right light, you can appreciate the artistry and craftsmanship that went into creating it. Every line, every detail, every stroke of design reflects history. Over the years, these coins have also gained sentimental value. They remind Americans of how far the nation has come, and how one man's vision and courage helped shape its destiny. The Lincoln Cent of 2009 continues to capture the hearts of collectors around the world. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting out, this coin always sparks curiosity and admiration. Each time someone discovers a perfect specimen or a rare minting error, it adds another chapter to the legend of the 2009 penny. And with time, their value continues to climb higher. Coin experts often say that history and rarity make the perfect combination, and the 2009 Lincoln penny proves that statement completely true. Imagine finding one in flawless mint condition. The sharp details, the unbroken shine, and the story behind it. That's what makes this coin so special. Collectors treasure these coins not just for their material worth but for the powerful message they carry about perseverance and progress. Even though they're small, these pennies have become priceless pieces of history, connecting generations through one man's legacy. So, if you come across a 2009 Lincoln penny, don't overlook it. Take a moment to examine its details, because you might be holding something truly extraordinary. And here's the part that truly amazes collectors: some rare and perfectly preserved 2009 Lincoln 1 cent pennies, especially those with unique errors or stunning condition, have been valued as high as $72,000. If you have a 2009 Lincoln penny, tell us about it in the comments below. We'd love to help you learn more about its story and possible value. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment your thoughts, and like this video so we can keep sharing more amazing coin stories from American history. Top 5. In the world of coin collecting, few pennies capture attention like the 1967 Lincoln 1 cent coin. At first glance, it may look like any other old penny in your change, but behind its copper shine lies a fascinating story of history, rarity, and hidden value that continues to amaze collectors even today. The 1967 Lincoln penny belongs to an era when the United States Mint was undergoing great changes. Just a few years earlier, the nation had faced a coin shortage, leading to new minting policies and the temporary removal of mint marks from coins. That makes the 1967 penny especially interesting, because no matter where it was struck, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, none of these coins bear a mint mark. This small detail makes the 1967 penny stand out. It represents a moment in U.S. history when the mint was experimenting and adjusting to a growing nation's demand for coins. Collectors today value it not just for its metal but for the historical context it represents. Made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the 1967 Lincoln penny carries the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that had already been on the penny for more than half a century. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial stands proudly, introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The design captures both strength and simplicity, a fitting tribute to one of America's greatest presidents. When you hold a 1967 penny, you're holding a bridge between two eras: the traditional coinage of the early 20th century and the modern U.S. Mint that emerged after the coin shortages of the 1960s. Most 1967 pennies were produced in large quantities, but not all were created equal. Some have remarkable features that make them rare and extremely valuable today. One of the most sought-after varieties is the double-dive verse penny, where parts of the design appear doubled because of a misalignment during striking. These small errors give the coin a distinctive look and can make its value skyrocket. Collectors are also on the lookout for 1967 pennies with full, strong strikes and brilliant red luster, those that have never been circulated and remain in pristine condition even after decades. Such coins are incredibly rare, and finding one in near-perfect condition is like finding a time capsule from over half a century ago. During this time, the Mint also released special mint sets instead of traditional proof sets. These coins were struck with extra care, giving them a satin-like finish and sharper details. The 1967 Lincoln pennies from these sets are often more appealing to collectors because of their quality. It's interesting to note that 1967 marked the last year before mint marks were reintroduced in 1968, making this coin even more special for historical collectors. Even though it's a single cent, the 1967 penny tells a story of American industry, resilience, and change. It's a coin that reflects a transitional period for both the mint and the country itself. The beauty of the 1967 Lincoln penny lies not only in its design but in its mystery, because you never know which one might be a hidden treasure worth far more than its face value. Every now and then, stories emerge of people discovering rare 1967 pennies tucked away in jars or old coin collections. These finds often surprise even the most experienced collectors. A flawless example with deep red color, sharp details, and no signs of wear can attract huge attention at auctions and coin shows. The demand for top-quality examples continues to grow year after year. Some of the most valuable 1967 pennies are those with rare die errors, unusual strikes, or special mint set qualities that set them apart from ordinary circulation coins. To the untrained eye, all pennies may look the same, but to a numismatist, each detail, the shine, the edges, the lettering, tells a story that determines its true worth. The 1967 penny has also become a favorite among history lovers, because it represents a time of great change in American coinage, when the mint experimented with production techniques to improve quality and meet demand. Its connection to the Lincoln Memorial design also adds emotional value, as it symbolizes unity and freedom, two ideals Lincoln devoted his life to. Collectors say that one of the most rewarding parts of coin collecting is discovering hidden gems among ordinary coins. And the 1967 penny is the perfect example of that excitement. Even today, millions of these coins exist, but only a tiny fraction are rare or in such perfect condition that they command incredible prices. When a high-grade 1967 Lincoln penny surfaces at auction, it often draws fierce bidding from collectors around the world who understand its true rarity. The journey of this penny from everyday change to collectible treasure proves how history can live on in the smallest things. The 1967 Lincoln penny remains a timeless reminder of craftsmanship and heritage, a symbol of a country's constant evolution through time. For coin enthusiasts, it's not just about the money, it's about holding a piece of history, something that has passed through decades and still shines with meaning. So next time you come across a 1967 penny, take a closer look. Its color, its strike, and its condition might reveal that it's not just another coin, it could be a piece of numismatic gold. And here's where things get truly exciting. Some rare and pristine examples of the 1967 Lincoln 1 cent penny, especially those with minting errors or exceptional preservation, have been valued by collectors at an astonishing $185,000. If you have a 1967 Lincoln penny in your collection, share it in the comments. Our channel would love to help you uncover its story and true worth. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like this video to keep supporting more fascinating coin stories and hidden treasures from American history. Top 6. In 1974, the United States Mint struck millions of Lincoln 1 cent pennies, but among those countless coins, a few would go on to become the stuff of legend. The 1974 Lincoln penny may look ordinary to most people, yet for collectors, it's one of the most fascinating and mysterious coins ever created in modern U.S. history. The story of the 1974 penny begins during a time of economic uncertainty. The price of copper was rising fast, and the mint faced a serious challenge. Producing billions of copper coins every year was becoming too expensive, so officials began experimenting with new materials for the cent. This led to one of the most interesting chapters in American coinage, the birth of the experimental 1974 aluminum penny. Only a few of these coins were ever made, and most were recalled and destroyed before they could reach the public. But a handful managed to survive, sparking decades of fascination, mystery, and controversy among collectors. Although the majority of 1974 pennies were struck in copper, the existence of these rare aluminum versions changed everything. They became symbols of rarity and luck, often making headlines whenever one appeared in the collector's market. The standard 1974 penny, made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, carries the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. It's the same image that first appeared in 1909, reminding Americans of Lincoln's enduring legacy. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial stands proudly, representing unity and freedom. Every detail, from the columns to the statue of Lincoln inside, was crafted with remarkable precision by Frank Gasparo. Even though millions of these coins were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, collectors are constantly searching for those rare era coins and high-grade examples that make certain 1974 pennies incredibly valuable. The Philadelphia pennies carry no mint mark, while those from Denver have a small D, and the San Francisco proof coins are marked with an S. Each version has its own unique charm and collector following. The San Francisco proof coins were specially made for collectors with mirror-like surfaces and crisp details, often kept safely in their original packaging, never to see circulation. But beyond the proof coins, some 1974 Lincoln pennies have captured attention for other reasons: minting mistakes, striking errors, and unusual metal compositions. These rare traits can turn an ordinary penny into a valuable collector's dream. Among the rarest of all is the 1974 aluminum penny, which was meant to be lighter, cheaper, and more durable. Only around 1.5 million were struck as test coins, but they were never officially released to the public. Most of those experimental coins were melted down, but rumors persisted that a few had escaped destruction, and over the years, a handful reportedly surfaced, making them some of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. Stories of these aluminum cents appearing in private collections added a sense of mystery and excitement to the 1974 penny's legacy. They became the Holy Grail for coin collectors and historians alike. Even regular copper 1974 pennies can have significant value when found in pristine, mid-state condition. Coins that show no signs of wear, full luster, and perfect strike details can sell for astonishing amounts. Collectors treasure coins that have been preserved exactly as they were minted, untouched by time. These flawless examples are often graded by professional services and sealed for protection. The deeper you look into the story of the 1974 Lincoln penny, the more fascinating it becomes. It's a coin that represents a turning point in American minting, a moment when change was literally in the air. Because the copper shortage didn't end in 1974, the mint continued experimenting with new materials, eventually leading to the modern copper-plated zinc pennies introduced in 1982. This makes the 1974 coin even more significant. It stands as one of the last true copper cents before America began shifting away from traditional coinage metals. Collectors today often see the 1974 penny as a symbol of that transition, from solid copper coins to a lighter, more cost-effective alloy. But for those lucky enough to find a rare variation, the rewards can be incredible. Even some copper pennies with unique die varieties or minting errors can bring in impressive values at auctions. Every now and then, a perfect 1974 penny or a mysterious aluminum version captures the attention of collectors and makes headlines across the numismatic world. These coins remind us that sometimes, history hides in plain sight, inside a small coin we might overlook every day. For coin enthusiasts, the thrill of the hunt for rare varieties of the 1974 penny is what keeps the passion alive. It's about discovery, history, and the joy of uncovering something extraordinary. Even after all these years, the 1974 Lincoln 1 cent remains a favorite among collectors, not just for its potential value but for the story it tells about innovation, change, and perseverance. Every coin carries a story, and the 1974 penny tells one of transformation. From the challenge of rising copper prices to the brilliance of experimentation. So next time you come across an old penny from 1974, take a closer look. Examine its details, its color, and its condition. You never know what kind of treasure might be in your hands. Some of these coins, especially those in perfect condition or with rare errors, have surprised collectors with their unbelievable worth. And now comes the moment that truly excites every coin lover, the value. Some rare 1974 Lincoln 1 cent pennies, especially those with exceptional condition or unique minting traits, have been valued by collectors at an astounding $135,000. If you own a 1974 Lincoln penny, tell us about it in the comments. We'd love to help you learn more about your coin's story and possible value. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like this video to keep supporting more amazing coin stories and hidden treasures from American history. Top 7. The year 1979 may not seem so long ago, but in the world of coin collecting, it holds a special place, especially for those who treasure the Lincoln 1 cent penny. At first glance, the 1979 penny looks like any other small copper coin from your pocket change, but for collectors, this coin hides surprises that can make it worth an incredible amount of money. The 1979 Lincoln penny belongs to a fascinating period in U.S. minting history. It came at a time when the country was facing economic challenges, inflation was rising, and the cost of raw materials, especially copper, was beginning to affect coin production. Made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, the 1979 penny was one of the last full copper coins before the mint shifted to a cheaper composition just a few years later. That alone gives it a nostalgic and collectible value. The obverse side of the coin features the familiar face of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His portrait had already been on the penny for 70 years by then, yet it remained one of the most loved designs in U.S. coinage. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial stands tall, designed by Frank Gasparo, with remarkable detail. If you look closely, you can even see the tiny statue of Lincoln seated inside the memorial. The 1979 penny was minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, Denver coins have a small D, and the San Francisco coins struck as proofs bear an S. Each mint had its own role, and each produced coins with unique characteristics. Proof coins from San Francisco were specially made for collectors with mirror-like finishes and sharp details that glowed under light. But what makes the 1979 penny especially exciting for collectors today are the rare varieties and minting errors that occurred that year. These mistakes have turned some ordinary-looking pennies into treasures worth thousands, even over $100,000. One of the most famous errors is the doubled die variety, where the lettering or parts of Lincoln's face appear slightly doubled. This striking mistake gives the coin a unique appearance and instantly increases its value. Other rare versions include off-center strikes, die cracks, and coins with partial designs, all caused during the minting process, and all incredibly sought after by collectors. Even among regular 1979 pennies, coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are prized possessions. Those with strong strikes, sharp details, and bright copper-red color are highly desirable. Many people underestimate how much condition matters. A coin that's been in circulation for decades might be worth only a few cents, but one that's been carefully preserved since 1979 could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Proof pennies from San Francisco are another favorite among collectors. Their mirror-like shine and frosted designs make them stand out from ordinary coins, and in perfect condition, they can fetch amazing prices. What's interesting about the 1979 penny is that it bridges 2 eras of American coinage: the classic all-copper design and the modern zinc-based coins that began just 3 years later in 1982. This transition gives the 1979 penny a sense of historical importance. It represents the final years of traditional copper coinage in America. Collectors often refer to the 1979 penny as the last of the old guard, a symbol of how coinage evolved with the times while preserving Lincoln's timeless image. Even after decades, these pennies continue to attract collectors who love the artistry and craftsmanship of classic American coins. When a 1979 penny is found in mint state condition, with glowing copper surfaces and no scratches, it's a true gem that shines just as bright as the day it was struck. Such coins, especially those certified by grading services as MS-67 or higher, can command incredible attention in auctions and private sales. Some of the most valuable examples come from era coins that escape the mint unnoticed, coins that carry a small imperfection that transforms them into something extraordinary. Collectors love these stories. How a tiny mistake on a simple penny can turn it into a national treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Even today, people still check their old coin jars and savings boxes, hoping to spot a rare 1979 penny that might have been hiding in plain sight for years. It's a reminder that history often rests in our hands, that something as small as a penny can carry decades of American heritage, pride, and mystery. The beauty of the 1979 Lincoln penny lies in its simplicity. An everyday coin with the potential to be a hidden fortune. Every collector knows the thrill of discovering a coin that others might overlook, and that's what makes the hunt for the 1979 penny so exciting. Over time, this coin has earned a reputation not just for its design but for its potential rarity and high value in top condition. It's a coin that continues to surprise the numismatic world, reminding everyone that even a 1-cent piece can be worth a small fortune when rarity and perfection meet. The 1979 Lincoln penny remains one of the most fascinating finds in modern U.S. coinage, a tiny piece of history that connects the past to the present. And now comes the moment collectors love most: the value. Some of the rarest and finest examples of the 1979 Lincoln 1-cent penny, especially those with exceptional condition or minting errors, have been valued as high as $115,000. If you own a 1979 Lincoln penny, share it in the comments. Our channel would love to help you learn more about your coin's story and potential value. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like this video to keep supporting more amazing coin stories and discoveries from American history. Top 8. The year was 1939, a time when the world stood on the edge of history, and every American penny carried a story of its own. Among those small copper coins, the United States of America Lincoln 1 cent wheat penny from 1939 holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. It might look ordinary, but this tiny coin has captured imaginations for decades. The 1939 Lincoln penny came from an era of hope and change. America was recovering from the Great Depression, and industries were slowly finding their strength again. Every coin that passed through people's hands was a symbol of hard work and rebuilding the nation. The obverse of this beautiful coin displays the proud and noble face of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. His portrait had already become an American icon by that time, representing freedom, perseverance, and leadership. If you turn the coin around, you'll see the reverse side showing two wheat ears curling gracefully along the edges, a design that gave this coin its famous nickname, the Wheat Penny. Between them, the words 1 cent stand bold and simple, reminding everyone of its humble value during those days. The 1939 penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint mark tells its own story. The Philadelphia coins bear no mint mark, the Denver coins have a small D, and the San Francisco versions carry the letter S. Though millions were produced, not all 1939 pennies are the same. Some have unique traits, rare errors, and minting variations that make them stand out to collectors. These small imperfections are what can transform an ordinary penny into a rare treasure. The most sought-after examples are those struck in flawless condition, brilliant red copper, uncirculated, and free of scratches or dullness. Such coins are incredibly hard to find today, over 80 years after they were minted. Collectors also prize coins with strong strikes and sharp details, especially those showing crisp lines on Lincoln's hair and beard or clear wheat stalks on the reverse. These details tell the story of how carefully a coin was made and preserved. Some 1939 wheat pennies also come with fascinating minting errors. A few examples show doubling in the lettering or design, known as a double die, which happens when the coin is struck twice slightly off-center. Others have off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, or even die cracks, all of which make the coin more unique and valuable. These errors were unintentional masterpieces of the minting process. The 1939 Lincoln penny was struck with a composition of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, a classic formula used before World War II. This gives the coin a rich, reddish-brown tone that collectors adore. Interestingly, the wheat reverse design was nearing the end of its era. Just over a decade later, it would be replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959, marking the end of an iconic chapter in U.S. coinage. This makes every wheat penny from before that change even more historically meaningful. They represent the original spirit of Lincoln's tribute on American coinage. Finding a 1939 wheat penny today feels like discovering a time capsule. Imagine how many hands it may have passed through, from factory workers to farmers, from children saving coins in jars to soldiers preparing for uncertain times. Each coin holds traces of history, each scratch a whisper from the past. For coin lovers, holding one is like holding a piece of America's story in the palm of your hand. While many 1939 pennies remain in circulation or in collections, only a few have survived in mint state condition. These are the coins that command the highest prices at auctions and among serious collectors. Proof versions from 1939 are particularly rare and were never meant for circulation. They were struck with polished dies, giving them mirror-like surfaces that reflect light beautifully. Such proof coins, when found in perfect condition, are some of the most breathtaking examples of numismatic craftsmanship from that period. Another aspect collectors love about the 1939 penny is its historical context. It stands right before the United States entered World War II, a time when every coin, every ounce of metal, and every resource mattered deeply, even though it was worth only 1 cent. Its symbolic value went far beyond money. It represented the strength of a nation and the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln, the man who preserved the Union. That's why collectors today don't just see a coin, they see a story, a journey through time that connects the past with the present. When you come across a 1939 Lincoln penny with its original copper shine, you can't help but imagine the world it came from, the people, the economy, and the dreams that shaped it. Every coin tells a silent story, and this one whispers of America's resilience and spirit during one of the most important decades in history. For new collectors, discovering a 1939 penny in their pocket change can be an exciting surprise, but for experienced numismatists, finding a flawless one is like uncovering buried treasure. Even today, rare examples are being sold at auctions, catching the attention of coin enthusiasts from around the world who admire its timeless charm. And with each passing year, as fewer perfect examples remain, the value of these coins continues to rise, both in history and in dollars. So next time you come across an old penny, take a closer look. You never know, you might be holding a piece of 1939 history worth far more than its face value. The Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1939 stands as a symbol of American craftsmanship, endurance, and beauty, a coin that continues to fascinate collectors nearly a century later. And now, here's the part you've been waiting for. Some of the rarest and finest 1939 Lincoln 1 cent wheat pennies, in perfect mint condition or with rare errors, have been valued as high as $455,000. If you have a 1939 penny in your collection or you've found one recently, comment below. Our channel would love to help you learn more about its history and value. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your coin stories with us. Your coin might just be the next hidden treasure we feature. Top 9. The year was 1946, a year filled with hope, recovery, and new beginnings. World War II had just ended, and America was stepping into a brighter future. But hidden in pockets, purses, and piggy banks was a small piece of history, the United States of America Lincoln 1 cent wheat penny of 1946. Though just a copper coin, it carried the story of a nation rebuilding itself and the legacy of one of its greatest leaders. The 1946 Lincoln penny is more than just a coin, it's a reflection of an era when people worked hard to restore normal life after years of war. Every cent mattered, every penny counted, and this little coin symbolized the determination and resilience of the American spirit. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse of the coin proudly bears the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the president who preserved the Union and fought for equality. His calm and wise expression reminds us of leadership, strength, and compassion. On the reverse side, the coin displays two stalks of wheat bending gracefully on either side, a design that represents America's growth, harvest, and prosperity. The simple yet powerful 1 cent in the center stands as a reminder of value, honesty, and hard work. The 1946 penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia mint coins carry no mint mark, while the Denver and San Francisco versions feature small D and S marks below the date. All 3 mints produced millions of coins, but not all 1946 pennies are the same. Among them lie rare varieties, special minting errors, and well-preserved examples that are now worth astonishing amounts of money. The composition of the 1946 penny returned to 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc after the war. During 1943, pennies were made from steel due to copper shortages, but by 1946, America had resumed copper coinage, marking a return to tradition. This transition makes the 1946 penny historically meaningful. It was one of the first years after wartime production when normal materials and designs were restored. Collectors love the 1946 penny for its connection to that pivotal post-war period. It represents a bridge between two worlds, one of conflict and one of peace. When viewed closely, the details on Lincoln's face, hair, and clothing on the obverse reveal the fine craftsmanship of Brenner's design, while the reverse shows the perfect symmetry of the wheat stalks, a mark of artistic balance. Some of the most fascinating 1946 pennies are those that feature minting errors. These accidental variations give each coin its own personality and make certain examples extremely valuable. One such variety includes double die errors, where the letters in Liberty or In God We Trust appear slightly doubled. These errors were caused by a misalignment in the minting process, making them highly collectible. Another rare and interesting type is the off-center strike, where part of the design is missing due to misplacement during minting. These coins instantly draw attention because of their unusual and imperfect beauty. Collectors are also on the lookout for repunched mint marks, where the D or S was struck more than once, creating a shadow effect that's visible under magnification. Each of these varieties adds character to the 1946 penny, turning an everyday coin into a rare masterpiece. Condition also plays a major role in value. A 1946 penny that has never been used, showing bright red luster, full details, and no wear, can be worth far more than one that has circulated for years. Grading services like PCGS and NGC certify coins based on their condition, and top-graded examples from 1946 can sell for breathtaking amounts, even though millions were minted. Finding a 1946 penny in pristine condition today is incredibly rare, especially one with natural copper shine and no spots or scratches. Proof coins from that period are another collector's dream. These were specially struck with polished dies for sharp details and reflective surfaces. Each proof penny is a stunning example of artistry and precision. The 1946 penny also holds sentimental value for many Americans. It reminds them of the generation that lived through war, worked through hardship, and rebuilt the country from the ground up. In a way, this little coin carries the spirit of that era: courage, perseverance, and pride. Each time it passed from one hand to another, it represented faith in a stronger future. Today, collectors across the world treasure this coin not only for its rarity but also for the history it embodies. It's more than metal, it's memory cast in copper. Some collectors search for the 1946 mint pennies, which are particularly known for their strong strikes and deep red color when preserved correctly. Others chase after the elusive era varieties that elevate the coin's worth to unimaginable heights. Imagine holding one of these coins, knowing it's been through 8 decades of history, wars, generations, and change, yet still shines like new. That's the magic of the 1946 Lincoln penny. Over the years, several of these rare coins have appeared at auctions, shocking even experienced numismatists with their high selling prices. Each discovery adds a new chapter to the legend of this small but powerful penny. It's amazing how a coin once worth just 1 cent could become a collector's dream worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. All because of its rarity, beauty, and condition. The Lincoln Wheat Penny of 1946 stands as a testament to American craftsmanship and resilience. A small reminder of how history can live on through the simplest objects. And now, the part every collector waits for: the value. Some of the rarest and finest examples of the 1946 Lincoln 1 cent wheat penny, especially those with mint errors or perfect preservation, have been valued as high as $415,000. If you've found a 1946 Lincoln Wheat Penny in your collection, make sure to comment below. Our channel would love to help you learn more about it and discover its story. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your own coin discoveries with us. Your coin might just be the next hidden treasure we feature. Top 10. The year was 1957. America was booming, rock and roll filled the air, and the country stood at the height of post-war confidence. But tucked away in the pockets of everyday people was a small, humble coin, the United States of America Lincoln 1 cent wheat penny of 1957. What might look like an ordinary copper penny to most can actually be a hidden treasure worth a fortune to collectors today. The 1957 Lincoln penny belongs to the legendary Wheat Penny series, a design that has captivated collectors for over a century. Even though it's one of the later issues of the Wheat series, it carries the rich heritage of American craftsmanship and the timeless image of Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse side features the proud and familiar profile of Lincoln, his calm expression and dignified presence a reminder of leadership and legacy. This design, first introduced in 1909, became one of the most enduring and respected in all of U.S. coinage. The reverse side proudly displays 2 stalks of wheat curving along the edges of the coin, enclosing the words, 1 cent. These wheat stalks symbolize prosperity and growth, a fitting tribute to a nation moving forward into a new era. The 1957 penny was struck in 2 mints, Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, while those from Denver carry a small D just below the date. Both mints produced millions of these coins, but not all are the same. Hidden among them are rare varieties, minting errors, and pristine examples that can command astonishing prices today. The coin was composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it that classic reddish shine that collectors love. When preserved properly, this color remains bright and eye-catching even after decades. Though millions were made, only a small fraction have survived in perfect condition. Most circulated through countless hands, losing their original luster and detail over time. But those few that remain in mint state condition, untouched, gleaming, and full of detail, are the ones that make collectors' hearts race. These coins represent the peak of what a 1957 penny can be. Among the most exciting varieties of this coin is the 1957 D double die error, where parts of the lettering appear doubled due to a rare minting misalignment. This subtle but striking error makes the coin incredibly valuable. Another fascinating variation is the repunched mint mark, where the small d was stamped more than once, leaving a faint shadow that collectors eagerly seek out. Each of these errors adds personality to the coin, a small mistake that transformed an everyday penny into a numismatic treasure, even without errors. The 1957 penny holds beauty in its simplicity. Its clean design, bold lettering, and copper glow make it one of the most visually appealing coins of its era. Collectors often cherish this coin not just for its value but for its place in history. It was among the last of the wheat pennies before the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. This makes the 1957 penny part of the closing chapter of a beloved American coin design that lasted for 50 years. Every time a collector holds one, it's like touching a piece of the 1950s. A decade of hope, progress, and nostalgia frozen in copper. Proof versions of the 1957 penny were also minted, specially struck with mirror-like surfaces and sharp details. These were made for collectors and are much rarer than regular circulation coins. When viewed under light, these proof coins sparkle with stunning brilliance, true works of minting art that show how skillful American coin production had become by that time. Over the decades, collectors have discovered rare examples of the 1957 penny with exceptional preservation, deep red color, and high-grade certification from professional grading services. Such coins, graded as MS-67 or higher, are extremely rare and command extraordinary prices in auctions and private collections. The coin's value continues to grow, driven by its historical significance, beauty, and the emotional connection people feel toward the Lincoln design. Each 1957 penny carries its own journey. Perhaps it was once used to buy candy, or maybe it sat in a savings jar for years. Every coin has a silent story behind it. The Wheat Penny series itself is one of America's most collected coin series, and the 1957 edition holds a special place as one of the last of its kind. Even though it's from a relatively modern year, finding one in flawless condition today is incredibly rare. And that rarity translates directly into value. What's remarkable about coins like these is how something so small and ordinary could become a cherished piece of history and art. Many people still check their old jars, drawers, and boxes, hoping to find a 1957 wheat penny that glows with that original copper color, perhaps one worth far more than they could imagine. This penny is more than metal, it's memory, legacy, and a piece of American heritage that continues to inspire collectors worldwide. So next time you see an old penny, take a closer look. You might be holding a hidden fortune, especially if it's a 1957 wheat penny in perfect shape. The Lincoln 1 cent wheat penny of 1957 is a testament to the enduring value of history, craftsmanship, and discovery, a coin that continues to shine bright after more than 6 decades. And now, the part you've been waiting for, the value. Some of the rarest and finest 1957 Lincoln 1 cent wheat pennies, especially those in perfect condition or with minting errors, have been valued as high as $385,000. If you've found a 1957 Lincoln Wheat Penny, share it with us in the comments. Our channel would love to help you learn more about your coin and its possible worth. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and tell us about your coins. Your story might be featured in our next video.